Hey everybody, welcome back to 14 Rings, an NFC East podcast. I'm your host Lucas with Maurice and Earl, and we are recording a Tuesday night, September 30th. It's about to become spooky season. We're going to have some fun Halloween stuff pop up too soon. Just keep an eye on that. But in the meantime, we are here to discuss week 4 of the NFL season. And guys, it's a lot to talk about here. Let's get into our preseason predictions first, and then we'll break down each game, okay? So, for the Commanders, week 4, we all had them winning. Trust me, got some thoughts there. We'll get to it, okay? Yeah. Then for the Cowboys, everybody besides Earl had them losing. Earl, you had them winning. For the Giants, we all had them losing, which kudos, Mal, absolutely. And Maurice,
eat crow.
And I had the Eagles winning week 4, and the rest of us had the Eagles losing. Maurice, ye of little faith.
Yeah. Tampa's a house of horrors for the Eagles, but they exercised their demons.
Yes, they did good. That being said,
Oh, yeah, exercise some demons.
Mm-hmm.
Got your foot off the gas.
Yeah, we'll get to it. First off, I don't know if I've talked about it much, but my uncle passed away a few years ago. He was a big Commanders Redskins fan. I just want to pull up something of his, and as I talk about it, I might take this off in the middle of this, but this was his Washington Redskins Letterman jacket. How we feel? Nice. We like the fit, guys. We like the fit.
Hey, it's solid.
Yeah, it's solid.
Extra comfy.
Solid. Tradition is always best.
It's always best. But that being said, it's hot with this thing on. I'm going to take it off, but I'm going to have it on the 100%. Chair. I'm going to have it on the chair. That being said, look, this was not a fun loss. Now, you could say, we had our backup quarterback. We were missing a number 1 wide receiver. The Commanders lost 34-27. Clearly, the offense was not the issue here. It wasn't. So what was the issue? I'll tell you what the issue is. Our defense, primarily, and I hate to say this because we have some future Hall of Famers in this room, but the linebacker. Look, the linebacker room, and I hate to start off this way because I have nothing but respect and admiration for Bobby Wagner and everything that he's done in the league and everything he's done for my team. That being said, I don't think Bobby Wagner can be a full-time linebacker anymore. At his age, coverage as a linebacker is just... we can talk about this 69-yard catch by Bijan, but and he got jammed up in traffic a little bit. That's fair, but it's not just that. It wasn't just that. We talked about it with Tucker Kraft too a couple of weeks ago against Green Bay. Any type of tight end or backfield person is going to give them matchup nightmares. And Dan Quinn talked about it the other day, talking about we didn't do what we needed to do, all that stuff. I like the little teddy bear that you got there, Earl. Did you make him a build a bear? Yeah, I thought so. Anyway, getting back to it. So, look. At the end of the day, Bobby Wagner was not the only one. Just the linebacker room as a whole. Frankie Louvu's not great in coverage, but he is one heck of a pass rusher. He can do some stuff. But, look, the Falcons have great skill position players. We can all agree on that, right? That's not the issue. Their quarterback play was the issue, and we didn't get to the quarterback enough. We didn't stunt on on the line enough. We didn't do what we needed to do to confuse coverages. We gave him too much time. We didn't take him off his spot. All those things are true. But in our 2 losses, our linebackers and our, just could not keep up in coverage. And part of this is a Joe Witt problem. Joe Witt, what are we doing having, Bobby Wagner in coverage? That we can't have that. If you're not rushing Bobby at this point, I don't know if you can have him on the field. Not consistently. So, Joe Witt, I need you to get out of the booth, down on the field, be a part of it, or give the play calling to Dan Quinn. I'm not ready to say do that yet, but if it keeps on going this way, maybe you should. I don't know. Dan Quinn's at least on the field.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Wait, what was in the press box?
Witt's always been in the press box. You didn't know that he was always in the box? Yeah, no, he's never been on the field.
Huh. Must be a pattern. Proceed.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. So anyway, that's my complaint there. But what went right? Look, yeah, Marcus Mariota might have thrown an interception, but the team got it back. And honestly, he played as well as you would hope for a backup quarterback to play in his second consecutive start, where there's more film on him, a little bit more, stuff. And you played without Terry McLaurin, okay? Outside of Debo, no wide receiver had more than 2 catches. Shout out to Luke McCaffrey getting his second touchdown in a row, in the second week in a row. Shout out to him. The running back room did not look absolutely like world beaters like last time. Look, I think at the end of the day here, the offense did what they needed to do. 27 points. You should be able to win most games by scoring 27 points. The defense didn't do it. Player of the game, I'll give it to Debo. Debo had a decent game. But honestly, I'm not impressed with very many people in this game. But that's what I got. Any thoughts here, guys? Any questions? Concerns? Yes. Earl.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through. I think one of the biggest problems y'all had in this is just being able to contain Bijan Robinson.
And that goes back to the linebacker room. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it also shows up front as well. Like, I know you guys.
Well, he couldn't run in the middle. He had to do counters outside. So it's the edges. It's not the middle.
Hey, set the edge, but still, I think you guys are athletic in certain spots, but at the same time, you also gotta account for just working with setting the edges.
Mhm.
And I also think the corners got to do more of coming up to tackle as well at certain times, where I didn't think the receivers, pretty much from Drake London and one of the guys being like a major threat. I think some of you guys should come up, especially with help on the edges there.
Mhm.
But I think Bijan really gave y'all a headache in this game.
Yeah. Well, he is one of the best running backs in the league. So like that should
True.
And here's my other thing. Lattimore, what are we doing, my man? You are looking cooked.
He was cooked last year.
And the year before.
It was a bad.
Probably
I think we can say that.
Just health.
Nah. He had a healthy offseason. No, he has no more excuses. I think we can chalk this one as a bad move by the first bad move by Adam Peters. Look, no GM's perfect, but trading a third for him just did not work.
Thought it was a chef.
Well, I mean, every chef has their bad dish. Anyway, any other thoughts?
That's fairly true. My only opinion about the game is, hey, your leader, your best player, and really the cog of your machine is Jaden Daniels. Hopefully he comes back next week.
We need him next week.
Sake, hopefully.
Yeah.
Because
we're going to have a pissed off Chargers team, and that's going to lead me into Mal. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, how did you feel about the run game for the Commanders?
I think it was fine. I think that we could have done better overall in the run game. I mean, I think we should have fed our running backs a little bit more. I mean, I'm looking at the stats here now. I mean, C-Rod had 59 yards on 7 carries. JCM had 7 carries for 47 yards. So we had guys getting big yards. And I mean, C-Rod, most of his yards came on 1 big carry. But it's not like our guys weren't getting yards. It's just that we weren't feeding. If we're, especially with our backup, I want at least 2 out of the 3 guys in our committee getting at least 10 yards each, right? 10 carries each. Didn't happen. So, Mariota had 2 carries for 20 yards. And Mariota, 16 of 27, 156 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 2 sacks for 9 yards. Had a great QBR. Just like I said, not his fault. This game was not his fault. I mean, outside of Debo, the wide receivers, I mean, Luke only had 2 catches, but he only had 3 targets, and Ertz had 2 catches on 4 targets. Jalen Lane had 2 catches. We know that Mariota's not a deep ball threat for the most part, so they did what they could. Yeah. Anyway,
still put up
not to steal Mal's
points.
thunder, but Mal, congratulations! You got your first win.
Yes, we did. And there was a lot to celebrate and a lot to not. So let's get
I was
into it.
about to say, is the price worth the win?
Well, let's see. So the Giants won 21-18 at MetLife against a 3-0 undefeated Chargers team that they were favorably underdogs in. So this was an important win. With Jackson Dart coming in his first rookie start and performing relatively well for what we needed him to do against a pretty good Chargers defense that has performed well this year. So let's get into the stats real quick. Offensive wise, we obviously are without lead back Tyrone Tracy, so Cam Scattaboo took on that role. Jackson Dart was 111, threw for 111 yards, 1 touchdown, and rushed for 1 touchdown. Russell Wilson came in for a short period of time while Dart was with a baby hamstring injury, but he's doing okay, practicing fully this week, so nothing to worry about as of right now. Dart also ran for 54 yards. So honestly, guys, I'm very happy with his first start here. This is a good sign looking toward the future. We knew that the Chargers defense was not really going to let him go long down the field. So everything was relatively, short, but it worked. And Cam Scattaboo is a great blocker. I don't know if you saw that block that he had for Jackson Dart on his rushing touchdown. That guy he's just angry,
I mean,
and I love it.
I experienced the Cataboots, blocking and run stopping and just plowing guys in general when we played you guys. So
yeah,
Scattaboo, thank you.
I love having a psychopath on the team. He's a lot of fun. So Cam Scattaboo's stats for the day. He was not the lead rusher. That was a Marion Hampton, but we'll get into that when we go into what went wrong. But Cam Scattaboo had 25 carries for 79 yards. Receivers, very meh, but more to come on that. Andrew Thomas recovered a fumble, which was very important, and I think that saved the game. He had a really nice day. He also played the entire time, so it's safe to say that Andrew Thomas is back. Defensive-wise, Brian Burns had a sack. Kayvon Thibodeau had a sack. Drew Phillips had an interception, and Sexy Dexy had an interception, his first ever.
Congratulations!
And it actually a big man interception, and he almost had a pick six. And it was I think Justin Herbert was about to break a 10-game away streak of ever throwing an interception in a game, and Dexter Lawrence did that. He broke that. Mm-hmm. So I think that's kind of a cool stat, especially since it was his first ever interception. So I was very happy with the Giants' performance. I did not think we were going to win this game, and I did not think it was going to be close. Justin Herbert had a rough day. The pass rush showed up. What went wrong? The secondary, as usual. My gosh, I don't know how much longer I can talk about this. Our safeties don't know how to tackle anybody. Tyler Nubin, you were a second-round pick last year. What are you doing? He was awful. Javon Holland, not great. Deonte Banks, not great. The only one who had a good day was Drew Phillips. He was the only one on the secondary who wanted to play, and he did. He got an interception and had a few pass breakups. So I was very happy with that. Now, what really went wrong? I'm devastated. Malik Neighbors tore his ACL and is out for the season. I'm devastated for him. Devastated for the fans. His time this season was cut short. We did not even get to see a full show with him and Jackson Dart, so that sucks for Dart too. I mean, he lost his number one weapon. I hope that Malik's recovery goes well. I hope that his surgery goes well, and I pray that he comes back stronger than ever. I think, he's going to want to come back stronger than ever, but you never know how these injuries are with these guys. So I hope for him that everything goes smoothly, and we will miss him dearly. That is definitely a big loss for us this season. Yes, Lucas.
So I have a few questions. One, who on the roster do you suspect will take on the lion's share of the pass catching responsibility now that Neighbors is out? And part two to that question is there anybody on the free agent / trade market that you're looking at? I can think of one guy, but I want to hear your thoughts.
So, no. So what's going to have to happen is a 1-3 team should not be trading draft capital for anybody.
Okay.
That's just not how that should be. We need to work with the guys we have, and people have to step up. To answer your first question, all the receivers need to overcompensate for Neighbors' lack of presence on the field. So Wandale needs to do more. Slayton needs to do more. Theo Johnson needs to do more. Those three guys are going to have to, in some way, shape, or form, find it in them to help Jackson Dart in his development and make a name for themselves too, because they've been struggling to do that. Unfortunately, we are not in a space with a good enough cap space, and we need to hold our draft capital dearly because we are still not a good football team, so we cannot be making trades and making drastic moves right now. It's just not reasonable.
Okay, because I was thinking if you were going to trade for one person, I was thinking about Chris Olave, but that's fine too. I understand.
Yeah, but that's going to require capital unless something crazy happens where we do trade Russell Wilson and he's included in the package, but it's still going to require draft capital, and I don't know if that's necessarily the right idea right now. I don't even think they're in the market,
that's fair.
To be honest with you.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I guess my thing, look, I think your defensive seven showed up. And that's what you guys needed, right? You got constant QB pressure. I mean, how many QB hits they had in this game? You guys had 12 QB hits.
12.
So that's what even if you only got 2 sacks, you got 12 QB hits. That's a win, right? So
yeah,
I think
Herbert was definitely feeling it.
So
he was definitely feeling it.
You know that your secondary is a weakness. So at least they played for Jackson Dart because this team first 3 weeks were not playing for Russ, and Russ. Especially, that fourth down last week really drove me nuts. But that fourth and goal. But look, the culture that Jackson Dart and even Scattaboo is bringing to the Giants is good, and hopefully whoever is going to be coaching them next year, which I don't believe is going to be Dable at this point in time, can really take advantage of that culture that they are developing.
Speaking of the coaching, I did want to mention here, the Giants and Mara made a statement that Mr. Mara has been diagnosed with cancer, that he is still somewhat involved in football operations. However, he is going through his treatment. So cancer sucks. I wish you well, Mr. Mara. Wouldn't wish that on anybody. And this is why he has not been as involved as recently, because now we have our answer. So 2 major blows to the Giants organization, one for Neighbors, one for Bossman. So hoping they both recover well and are treated well and can hopefully come out stronger at the end of it all.
Absolutely. Any other thoughts for anybody before we move on to the Eagles?
Is it time now to get rid of that turf and MetLife?
So I was actually talking to one of the people who works on JSN. They're like part of a beat reporting for the Giants. That turf was replaced. And in the end, I don't know. The only reasonable thing that they can do is put grass in. I just don't know if they'll do that. They're only going to do it for the World Cup. But I don't know if it's going to stay permanently. I don't know. Because they replaced it for something regarding the World Cup. I don't know. But that's also not all on the Giants. That's on Woody Johnson, too. So I don't know. I don't know.
So, Mal, I think you need to have that beat reporter friend of yours come on the pod. But...
Well, they're not a beat reporter. They just work for the network.
They're still welcome. But
okay, period.
That being said,
I'm like, they're not a beat reporter.
Okay. So thank you for the clarification. That being said, we're gonna go to Maurice. And by the way, Maurice, just I'm thinking about having you and or Ben on my other Philadelphia sports podcast soon. Just letting you know. But you can go ahead and talk about the Eagles.
Sure. Yeah, definitely. We could definitely talk basketball.
Yeah. But for now,
let's get into Eagles football. So the Eagles went down to Tampa, like I said. They exercised some demons because they always play terrible in Tampa.
I think some new ones popped up.
Yeah, but they still won the game, though.
Yeah.
They won the game. 31-25. Philadelphia Eagles are now 4-0. Listen, there's a lot of controversy coming out of this game. I'll get to it. But at the end of the day, the Philadelphia Eagles have beaten 4 potential playoff teams to start the season. Not shabby. The teams that they played are really good. Cowboys, Rams, Chiefs, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. All really good teams. So I'm proud that the team actually I think I had them going 2-2 to start the season. So for me to have them for me to see them at 4-0 is pretty impressive.
I'm just going to say that I had them going 3-1 at the beginning of the season. You're right.
Yeah, and I'll get into
nobody had them going 4-0.
I will talk about on our matchup on our solo episode.
Yeah,
that this might be a trap game coming up, but we'll get into that during our episode. Get into the game. Now, the Eagles, this is another tale of two halves, but it was reversed. Jalen Hurts.
That's funny.
Jalen Hurts is actually pretty good in the first half. He was really good in the first half. They scored majority. I think they scored all their points in the first half. And overall, Jalen Hurts is now 20 for 21 in his last 21 games. He just wins football games. Now, what happened in this game was Todd Bowles came out, blitzed. Jalen Hurts beat up with his arm in the first half. Kind of switched up in the second half and, stayed back in coverage and wanted the Eagles to beat him underneath. That's where they had a little bit of trouble. Overall, the key issue coming out of that game was A.J. Brown, who had 2 catches for 7 yards. And overall, this season, he only has 151 yards receiving for the season, 14 catches for the season. So he's also a really slow start. He tweeted about it. Not going to really talk about the tweet, but overall, he showed his frustration, which, to talk about it for a sec,
about the tweet.
I'm not going to talk about it. I mean, I'll pull it up. But anyway,
I don't feel like there's much to talk about. I feel like at this point, A.J. Brown always says something, and then we kind of just move on. Like,
at the end of the day, he's a top 5, whatever you want to call him, receiver. And like
whatever
most
you want to call him.
Yeah, I mean, whatever you call him, whatever you want to rank him. And those guys want the football. They want the ball.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to not be included in the game. So for AJ to be frustrated, I get that part because he hasn't really been included in the offense this season after 4 games.
Mm-hmm.
Now, was the timing of that bad? Yes. Your team just won a big game in Tampa Bay. It's like 95 degrees. They never went there.
That day was hot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they just won a game. So that's not the time and place for you to tweet that to the world. Maybe you could have kept that in the locker room. So for that, I understand why
it sounds like he
did
tried to bring it up in the locker room. Ain't nobody listening.
Well, you don't know that.
That's what honestly, based off of his portrayal of the story.
Right.
Look,
so AJ Brown tweeted, "You're not welcome, not listened to. Quietly withdraw. Don't make a scene. Shrug your shoulders and be on your way." Now you can take that a lot of different ways. You can take that as frustration. You can take that as I don't want to be here anymore. Listen, they just won a Super Bowl. It's kind of crazy for AJ to ask out of a team that just won a Super Bowl.
There have been wide receivers in Philly that have asked out over sillier things.
Well, you talk about T.O.?
Yeah.
Well, T.O. didn't win a Super Bowl. And T.O. had a much bigger ego than AJ Brown.
Honestly, can I say my take on it real quick? It's going to be very short, then you can go, Earl. It's giving dramatic. It's giving he was frustrated. Honestly, let him talk. It is what it is. He's still going to suit up next week. So in the end, it's just, we're going to forget about it anyway. And I think that in the end, no matter what, the Eagles see that the offensive game plan is clearly struggling. You're still winning games, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But you're seeing that it's struggling. Those adjustments will be made.
Mm-hmm.
Sirianni's a good coach. He sees it. I think that in the end, whatever AJ said is what AJ said, but we've had these instances with him before. We'll see what transpires of it, but the frustrations are warranted. I just don't see it being a big story in a few weeks.
And look, he's not the only one struggling either. Saquon on the season in 4 games has 77 carries for 237 yards, 3 touchdowns, but that equals to a career low 3.1 yards per carry. And look, this game was pretty horrendous for him too. So
Yeah, he hasn't had a good season.
No. So like he's not the only star on that team that's
taking away the run.
struggling. I mean, like every star on that team has had bad games. Hurts has had bad games. Everybody. So like, kudos to you guys for somehow figuring out how to win. I don't be like
we're still putting up points though. That's the thing though.
Yeah. That's why like it's so weird. It's weird.
I mean, what your highest leading receiver was Dallas Goedert at 37 yards. That's not sexy at all. But you got 31 points. Now, how many?
2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns. Yeah, you had 2 touchdowns.
You had anything?
You had a defensive touchdown. You had a rushing touchdown from Saquon.
Another block
You also had the fake tush push.
Right, I was going to go there. The fake. Hey, I like it though. Give him something different to look at.
That's wild though, because like, what are you gonna do? Ban that one?
No, you can't.
Did you guys see the Aaron Rodgers fake tush push too, where he's like, "I'm not going to touch it."
Well, he's like 45, so.
Aaron Rodgers also like sniffs smelling salts and then like threw an 80-yard touchdown to Metcalf. So I think that man's on something. Go ahead, Earl.
Ashwagandha, man, that's what he's on. Anyway,
Metcalf is built different. So.
That being said, let's get back to the Eagles. Look, who you guys play next week? It's
Broncos.
That could be a trap game, but I'm sure you'll get to it on your.
That's right.
Yeah, no.
Go ahead, Earl.
Oh, I was just gonna say about the AJ Brown thing is that he keeps. Does he go back to reading the book on the sideline?
Inner excellence, he should.
Yeah, he should.
He should.
Honestly, with him talking about this, I know he wants to get involved in the game. The only thing I can tell you, AJ Brown, is to shut up, go out there and play. And if you want to make plays, you can make plays without catching the ball. Do some blocking, like be physical. Whatever you need to do that. Stop with the. I understand you're a dog, but you're also a diva at the same time. Just keep your mouth shut. Go out there, play, earn your keep, earn your money, and then who knows, you'll be rewarded.
Okay.
But right now, just be quiet. Just go out there and play.
Maurice, I'm gonna name
you'll get it.
I'm gonna name some former Eagles wide receiver. You tell me if they're more or less of a diva than AJ is. Just okay. Tio.
Bigger diva.
Okay. Alshon Jeffrey.
No.
Jeffrey
didn't have it. He didn't do it. What did he do?
I don't know. I'm just asking. I'm just throwing out big names. I'm thinking of number one.
D-Jax.
Oh, yeah. D-Jax. That might be the closest one. That might be a wash.
That might be close.
That might be a wash.
Yeah. But D-Jax always showed up, though.
Yeah, that's true.
True.
Okay, so anyway,
So let me get back to the game real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick though, I do want to say this: with Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown on the field, the Philadelphia Eagles are 40-8. So they're obviously doing something right. This is a little bit of step bump in the road right here. This, I think, it has a lot to do with our offensive coordinator Kevin Patullo. The offense is just too vanilla. And at least in the first half against the Buccaneers, they were really aggressive. In the second half, they got way too conservative. I even tweeted that, like, don't get conservative in the second half. And they got conservative in the second half. Can't do that. You're the Super Bowl champions. You're the hunted now. You gotta fight back. Just as much as they're coming after you, you gotta go after them. And the Eagles have to be aggressive on offense.
Just saying, if the Giants fire Brian Daboll, you guys could look into hiring him as your OC. Just saying.
During the season?
I mean, after the season. After you're stuck with Kevin this year, but I'm talking about next year because
that would be ultimately disgusting.
It could happen. It could happen.
Criminal.
Let's. With that said, though. The Eagles scored 31 points. And guess what? Jalen Hurts didn't complete a pass in the second half.
That's a crazy stat.
That's insane. Really?
That's a crazy thing to look at. He didn't complete a pass in the second half.
That's some nasty work.
That's wild.
They got comfortable with that lead. And
they had it.
Yeah.
So hold up. The touchdown in the third quarter, who was that then?
That was the fake tush push.
Oh, okay.
That was Saquon.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't get to watch the game because my game was going on at the same time. So
yeah.
I watched all y'all games at the same time. Don't ask me how I did it. But
Shout out Red Zone.
it wasn't even red zone.
Oh, okay. Leave it at that. Leave it at that.
Okay.
Shout out YouTube TV and NFL.com.
Okay. So basically, his 15 for 24 for 130 was all in the first half. The attempts went up in the second half. He attempted some passes, but he didn't complete a pass. So he had 62 yards rushing. Saquon had 43 yards rushing. Like I said, Dallas Goedert had 2 touchdowns. He's the player of the game. For me, defensively, we had a great game. I know we put up 25, and they had 2 big plays on our defense. Both of them were kind of fluky and just Baker Mayfield making something out of nothing in the pocket.
And Emeka Ibuka is going to be a problem.
Yeah, he's good. He's good.
Earl, are you sad that you missing out a little bit?
Oh no, I'm cool with trenches, but just understand when I say these players' names, I don't say them for funs and gimmicks.
I remember Earl talking about Ibuka.
Yeah, he's going to be good. He's going to be good. They had 2 big chunk plays on our defense. Outside of that, we had 2 turnovers, a fumble recovery, and an interception. Shout out Jahai Campbell. That really changed the game with that interception in the end zone. Shout out to him, another rookie making an impact. Besides that, our defense played well. Player of the game, Dallas Goedert, what went right. Our defense overall, what went wrong. Our second half offense. So, any more questions before we move on?
Nope. Let's get to Cowboy JT today. You going to give us a little tip of the cap? Oh no, the teddy bear's out now. Is that your conscience, JT?
High five.
Oh no, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But we're gonna get into this. We're gonna get into this game.
I'm worried about
it. So
at least
don't worry about it.
At least it wasn't a pig.
Don't you start with me today, Maurice. It is too late at night.
And you know, I can go to Build-A-Bear and see if I can find one.
Don't you start with me. I need to. I will end the podcast right now. I will push stop recording.
I dare you. I dare you.
Go ahead,
JG. Yeah.
This was a wacky game. Go ahead, Earl.
I wouldn't even...
It was outrageous.
Okay, look.
Outrageous?
Outrageous.
It was emotional, outrageous, and then it was like the John Travolta gif. It was like, that's it?
Okay, now I know what I can say. I've had a couple of nights to sleep on this.
Yeah.
So,
man, we could not sleep that night. They kept us up. Second Cowboys game in a row keeping us up.
And man, hey, Sunday night, what I could tell you.
Oof.
What can I tell you? But yeah, the game against the Green Bay Packers, Cowboys-Packers, they tie in the final 40-40. One of the second highest games that ended in a tie. I had a lot of just trying to figure out how I felt about this. And I'm to the point now, I'm heated. But I'm glad we're not 1-3. I really wanted Dallas to win this game. I felt like with how the team was mentally ready and prepared for this game, they definitely deserved that dub. The jersey that I wear now, number 4, Dak Prescott, he really wanted this game. I really wanted him to win this game. And I got to see a lot with my team, as well as seeing some of the potential spots in this game where I felt my team is very young. A lot of talent there. Also some disciplinary actions. Got to fix those. But this game overall, I spoke on this on my barbershop talk, is that Dallas got to be ready as if it was the art of war. If you read the book, check it out. It's a really good book. It teaches you on how to be better prepared for war, but also shows what you're capable of doing with your back is against the wall. There's nothing behind you but a solid brick wall. Everything that is in front of you, you got to attack head on. And I saw my team do this against the Packers. I know everybody wanted to give the Packers the Super Bowl, the golden ring, the golden ticket. They didn't earn it. And that showed. I saw my team play up to these guys and push them to the point. Packers got a really talented team over there. Can't stand them, but I got to give credit where it's due. They're very talented. And my boys were able to handle in that game. I'm going to start with what went wrong. No, I'm going to start with what went good. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to flip the reverse on this one. So, but before I do that, I got a crazy stat line that I wasn't sure if it was true, and I could be wrong on this, where in a game that you score 40 points, have no turnovers, in the game, you're basically 300 and 0 and 1. Dallas is that one to tie in a 40 plus game with no turnovers.
Wow.
You tying the game. So
that's crazy.
I've never seen a tie with my Dallas Cowboys. This is back many moons ago. Last time they had a tie was in 1969 against the 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, this is the first for me. First for most around my time of years. 91 and on for that. So, yeah, it left me feeling mixed feeling. Go ahead.
No, I just have a question because I have a couple Cowboys fans at my work. They think that your clock operator messed up and they shouldn't have had the field goal attempt. Your thoughts?
No, there was none. They did everything absolutely correct.
Okay.
And don't get me wrong, my homerism was like, man, roll that clock. But even at that point,
yeah,
it felt that they weren't set where there could have been a 10-second runoff.
Yeah.
What's done is done. But yeah, I'm to the point now that the whole thing with the clock management, me as a defender, if I know the ball is coming my way or something like that, I would tip the ball in the air so it can run out and have my guy knock it down. That's the smartest thing that my coaches taught me as a whole. Sanborn, I'm going to get to you. But at that point in time, like, he could have knocked the ball up. Defender was there, pick it off, kneel down, ball game, tip drill. Exactly.
We did tip drill in college.
100%, and it worked effectively.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But let me get to this game. I saw my star quarterback, I saw my head coach, and I saw my young team go out there and hang 40 on a defense that everybody said was godly in talent. I saw Dak Prescott go for 300-something yards with 4 touchdowns. Y'all need to put respect on my quarterback's name. He went out there.
I always have. Just want to say that.
Yeah, I always have too.
I'm saying for everyone else.
So, Lucas.
Hey. I said he was an MVP candidate 2 years ago.
To this podcast that has something against my quarterback, just know my quarterback was in his bag against the Packers.
Yeah, he had a great game.
Schottenheimer was in his bag. My quarterback performed a masterclass, and my defense ruined it all.
Mm-hmm. So
and to show you some knowledge too. My quarterback is throwing 71% of the time right now, and he's balling. And the way that he's playing now, I'm gonna go ahead and say that now and stamp it. My quarterback's playing at an MVP level right now. And the more and more I'm looking at him, we didn't even have CeeDee Lamb. And my boy Pickens, hey, this was his breakout game for real. Pickens had 8 receptions for 134 yards and 2 touchdowns. Key moments in this game where I needed number 3 to step up. I talked about in my barbershop talk that I wanted him to go out there and have a big game. No crash outs. Dude, you did good, man. There was no crash outs. I'm proud of you, man. And Javonte Williams, he had 20 carries for 85 yards and 1 touchdown. He also did a wildcat for the touchdown, too. Hats off to you, dude. But at the same time, with the offense that's clicking, I feel like they're blended together. They're working in harmony. When they get physical, they get physical. And when you play that physical ball against a team like that, you can wear them down. I like the game plan that they had for Micah Parsons, as well as Rashawn Gary and Walker and Edrin Cooper. Knock them off access. Run at them. See if they can handle it. You did that. You neutralized them. Hats off to you guys for the game plan. Things were different. I saw my linemen being interchangeable. Tyler Guyton went in the concussion protocol, so he's right now dealing with a concussion, but Nate Thomas came in and filled in for him. Shut Micah down. Also played on Terrence Steele's side. So I have a tackle that's shifting left and right. Dude is very talented, very special. And I want to give a shout out to TJ Bass as well as Brock Hoffman on stepping in for Cooper Beebe and Tyler Booker. Go ahead.
2 questions for you real quick. One, any update on Miles Sanders' status?
Nope, I was going to get to
Okay.
that. He has an ankle injury as well as Malik Hooker as well. I'm going to get to my defense.
Okay.
Don't worry.
And then the other question is Eberflus on the hot seat? And if so, who are you looking at?
Like I said, when I get to the defense, everything will fall into place for that.
Okay.
Can I
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So on the offense side of the ball, I saw what the game plan is, and I just think we're a couple pieces away. And for that, so close in matchups, I just need to see more to help Dak while he has this MVP window that he has going on. And Jerry, I don't want you to mess that up for him because I think he's on a good pace right now. And he threw the ball 40 plus times. If he's throwing the ball at 40 plus and still continuing to upgrade that 71% average, hey man, keep balling, bro. I'm about it. But with that being said, my MVP in this game, I'm gonna give it to George Pickens. He earned it, truly earned it. Stepped up when he needed to when CeeDee Lamb was on the sideline. My boy CD was hyped for him. And Pickens, get him more involved. Treat him a wide receiver 1, not a 1B, not a Luigi. He's a Mario. We have 2 Marios at the receiver position. Get this guy involved. And I also want to talk about Dak Prescott dot to the sideline to Tolbert. A $60 million quarterback would hit that move. So
that was a great move on both players' parts for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, before you get to the defense, you said George Pickens is a Mario. He's got to get a new contract. Is Jerry Jones going to pay him, knowing that his agent is also Micah Parsons'
we'll look at
agent? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And Tyler Smith. Tyler Smith got paid.
It's a good question, man. He's on a 1-year deal, basically. Are you going to pay him?
And you know what? If I start to see progression from Pickens where he's on his best behavior and he's continuing to evolve this offense, and even if he's getting just enough to get this team where it needs to go, no doubt in my mind, he's going to continue to wear the star on his helmet. Because I think myself as well as other fans believe that if he plays like that and keeps his mind right on that, you got your receiver next to your other star receiver when he gets back, and you have 2 number 1s that helps Dak Prescott in his MVP window. He's got about maybe 3 or 4 seasons to go. Don't waste that. I say he's going to get paid. And anyway, for what Micah's going to make, I think with paying some of these players, you might have secured a bag. You never know. Only time will tell when it gets there. But let me get to the defense real quick. I know I'm running a little bit more, so I'm going to get through this very quickly. Rapid fire. Defense, you got better, but at the same time, you're still worse. You're 32 in the league. You're last in the league, giving up most plays in the league. Flus, I think you need more pieces. That's why I'm on the hunt to bring more players to this team. And I'm looking at names. I'm looking at edges. I'm looking at corners. Because safety is in-house. Malik Hooker got hurt. It's a toe injury. He's going to be out for a couple weeks. And I got a chance to see my boy Wanye Thomas step in. Those big plays diminish. When you got a very athletic safety on the back end and you want to try to sling that ball downfield, I dare you. You got someone there to cover. Diggs got benched. It was a smart thing. Put pressure on these star players. When they're not playing right, you sit them down. Reinforcements are on the way. We just got to see how that plays out. Josh Butler's on the way. Kalen Carson's on the way. Siobhan Ravel is on the way. Peyton Turner to help the edge room. That's coming back. These guys, I'm not going to anoint them, but they got to go out there and earn it. And what I saw from the defense, players out there earned it. As a Rock who had a better day. Go ahead.
Is Overshown coming back anytime soon?
Midway season, we'll see how that plays out. He's at 70% right now. As a Rock who had a better game, just got to keep your emotions intact, man. Don't punch the player after you make a play. My young guys are smacking folks in this game. Maurice Leofau blew up Matthew Golden. It was so refreshing to see on special teams. When you make plays on special teams, you earn respect on the field and you go out there and earn your keep. Marquise Bell, shout out to you as well, man. I hope to see more of Wayne Thomas and Marquise Bell while Malik Hooker's out, because I feel like this young group is definitely needed to be out there on the field to work with this defense. I need speed out there on the field. And the more and more that I'm looking at seeing speed and physicality on the field, that's where I know it's going to be at its best. I'm going to talk more about that in my barbershop talk later this week, but I also want to give praise to Dallas in the process of working to try to find something how they can be better at the edge. I need to see James Houston out there on more snaps. Clowney too. This guy, every time he steps on the field, he makes plays. In the preseason, he makes plays. In the regular season, he's been making plays. Get him out there on the field. You got something growing right there. Don't mess that up. And then on top of that, you have an opportunity to trade to get better. I got some names. Trey Hendrickson. He could be an option. Max Crosby. He can be an option. I have other names as well, but I'll get that in there later. But I'm going to shift to the linebackers. The linebackers can be better if they move Kenneth Murray to middle linebacker, move Maurice Leofau to strong linebacker, and put Damone Clark to weak side linebacker. Damone Clark was a healthy scratch for no reason, and I couldn't figure it out why. But Jack Sanborn needs to sit down. Everybody saw under display what the Packers did. They attacked this dude on Texas routes and screen plays. They knew he could not run sideline to sideline. And Eberflus, I understand, yeah, he knows the plays. He gets there. He sees the play, but he can't get there. And I don't know if I get canceled for what I'm going to say for this. He sees the plays. His mind is telling him, there it is. But his body is slow as molasses.
Are you making a reference to a famous R&B song with that?
I just know Sanborn, he cannot move sideline to sideline, and it showed in this game, and it hurt this defense. Make the change, Eberflus.
Yeah.
Kenneth Murray to middle, Maris to strong, and Damone to weak side linebacker.
You got to have your best players on the field. I like Leofau. He's like y'all guys, Frankie Louisville.
He's a missile, but the play that he hit the running back after he had a couple steps. I understand it's young guys that are hungry out there, but at the same time, you got to keep your composure. Yeah. That's one thing I can tell you about Zimmer. He kept everybody accountable. If he did that, they're getting grilled. I don't know if Flus is going to do that, but I think Shoddy is going to do it. But I don't want these guys to lose reps over their mistakes because they made so many plays. So hats off to you guys. I want y'all to get better because 32, that's bad. That's bad. I'm already looking at defensive coordinators if Flus don't work out. But I'm giving y'all the benefit of the doubt. Y'all have a chance to fix this. It's in the first half quarter. And another thing, and then Lucas, I'm going to be done.
No, you're good. You're good. I'm thinking about the R&B reference you made now.
Keep thinking on it, marinating on it. This message is for Cowboy fans. The fans who said the Packers was going to blow this team out. The fans who feel like there's no changes that need to be to this team. And the reporters and everything who said that they were going to get blown out by the Packers, as well as saying they don't need a running back or things to improve this team. All 5 of those people who represent the star, give me your star. When I see my team going out there fighting and then you're counting them out before it happens, you're not a true Cowboy fan. You don't deserve to wear the star. You don't deserve to wear the star. And you don't deserve to have that bleed blowing blue and silver. Give me your star. You lost it. You never earned it. And you never will. Y'all make me sick. But player of the game, George Pickens, I digress.
All right. So we were gonna go with Miami and the Jets game, but I just saw semi-breaking news happening within the past 2 hours. The Browns are benching Joe Flacco for Dylan Gabriel already, guys.
Wow.
Yeah.
What about Shador?
Shador's third string, my man. They believe in Dylan Gabriel. So,
dang, that's tough.
Joe did win him an impressive game against the Packers, but Yeah, not enough to help old Joe to keep his job. So now we got Dylan Gabriel.
Hey, that defense
They got a good defense.
really, their defense won that game, and then running the football.
Yeah.
Quinshon Judkins is.
They got a good
beast.
tight end room too. A little questionable at wide receiver, but everything else on the offense is, we'll see. We'll see. Dylan Gabriel.
Go ahead. I wish Dylan Gabriel the best.
Yeah,
I really do. I think Shador will give them more life.
I agree,
and he will. Yeah.
I like both quarterbacks, but Shador,
But they don't want him there. They don't want him there.
Then why keep him?
Trade asset. That's what they're waiting for a trade to knock them off their socks. I'm sure it's going to happen.
Good luck with a suitor, but if they keep losing games, there could be a fire sale that you have no choice but to do something.
And real quick, though, we do want to mention the Monday night game because, Tyreek Hill tore his ACL, other ligaments.
Dislocated his knee.
That kind of reminds me of the Sean Livingston injury, right, Maurice?
Yeah, you got to get a basketball reference.
I'm a basketball guy first and foremost.
Yeah, I think it's scary for Tyreek Hill because he's a player that relies so much on speed.
Yeah.
And when you tear your ACL, and his age is that he might. I wish from the best. I wish for the best player recovery.
Of course.
But he might not be the best. He might not be the same player.
He won't be look. The best way to put cover on it. He won't be the best deep threat, but just him being on the field, even if he catches a short one, he can be one of the best short lateral quickness guys without feeling like he has to take the top off the defense. Just to assure with his knee injury, if he's working more in the slot or catching those short routes, hey, that's a threat alone because you got to put somebody on him. So even if he's not at full 100%, just a dude at 70% or 80%, even at that point, he may lose some speed, but he's built his body on speed, and I think he'll attack the recovery when it happens at full. So,
and Miami still
he won't.
Sorry, go
ahead. Oh no, it's good. I was just saying that even though he may not be a major deep threat, he could still be a crazy slot receiver doing shorter routes.
And Miami still has some fast twitch guys on the outside too. They still got Jalen Waddle, Malik Washington, who I believe is Earl. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he's out of UVA, right?
I think so.
Yeah, he's a fast guy as well, so they'll be fine. They're not fine because they're 1-3, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, they're not a playoff team.
New Jersey Nets, not New Jersey Nets, New Jersey Jets. Sorry, it's basically the same thing right now. The New Jersey Jets are back. Mal, any thoughts on that?
Yeah, honestly,
I'll get to him in my barbershop talk.
I feel bad about Earl plays them next week. I feel bad for Jet fans, man. They can't get it together, and quite honestly, aside from that run, that we know that Justin Fields can do, he is just not a good quarterback.
He didn't have a bad game this game, but you're right.
He's not a good quarterback, and I think that's the biggest need for the Jets. They're gonna, if they are very low, they need to start looking at that quarterback class to try and find someone.
Is there somebody in that class though? I don't feel like there's a true I don't think Archie's ready, and I don't like the rest of the class. Honestly, I would take another flyer on Anthony Richardson next year, assuming that he will become available based off of what's going on with the Colts and Daniel Jones.
You don't have much on what he can do.
He might be a better option though. What's out there right now though in that draft though?
Yeah.
Well, in order to make a quarterback great is having a good run.
What's up, Maurice?
Real quick though, your guy Geno Smith is not looking good either.
No. He is. He might need to be benched, but they don't have anybody quality to back him up. So,
call Tom Brady.
He's the best they got.
No, Tom Brady's not coming back. No, they had to pay him.
He's making too much money in the booth.
But you know what? Las Vegas could call for Shador. No, listen, they have Kenny Pickett. Oh God, they have Kenny Pickett.
Oh, they do?
They traded for Kenny.
Well, I don't think that's an upgrade either.
No, it's not. Geno's still better than Kenny. Anyway, so let's get to our socials now. Maurice. No, Earl's up first. Sorry, Earl's up first.
Oh yeah, it's speed pass. We're not doing Stuff from
Yeah.
It's that time.
Yeah, it is that time. It's time for Who's That Football Player? Yeah, walk it to him. This football player played with the Philadelphia Eagles back in the 2017 NFL season. This player threw the ball for 3,296 yards with a 60.2% completion, 33 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, carried the ball for 64 times for 299 yards. Career awards: a one-time Pro Bowler, one-time All-Pro second team, a Super Bowl champion, two-time NFL Top 100. Mal, as well as myself, I think we already know this. Who's that football player?
Nick Foles.
Carson Wentz.
Oh,
Wow. Okay. That was a layup. And Mal just threw it off. No, Mal scored on the opposite hoop. That's how bad that was.
She threw it off the
Look,
backboard.
D-Wade landed up to LeBron, and he just
You want to know why I was so hung up on the year, and I just said Nick Foles.
Oh no!
Oh man!
Oh,
sad.
man, that is crazy.
That
yeah, it was Carson Wentz.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Carson Wentz.
all right, Mal. What's our poll question?
Hold on. I'm recovering from that fumble.
Yeah, that was a fumble rooski, all right.
Yeah, real quick. Why you look it up? I gave Lucas Carson Wentz because last week Carson Wentz actually looked pretty good.
He did.
Yeah,
This week he
No,
looked like Washington Carson Wentz.
Oh
No, he looked
Lucas.
like the Colts Carson Wentz.
One of them, he looked like a shell of himself. And you know what? It's sad because Carson Wentz was on track to have an MVP caliber season. Then he got injured. And then Nick Foles came in and won a Super Bowl. And
I
stole
think
his
Nick
lineup.
winning the Super Bowl really messed him up mentally, and then now he's just trying too hard all the time.
Didn't Foles get a statue?
Yes, he did.
yes,
It
he
messed
did
me
get
up
it.
mentally.
Yes,
Had me
That's
thinking he
crazy
could
work.
get
I
touchdowns.
thought it was a joke, but they actually that messed with the morale away.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
they gave him
and
a
another
statue.
thing, shout out to you, Lucas. Maurice, when Miles said Nick Foles, I was thinking, he got you there, bro.
Yeah. All right.
Oh.
Now, what's our poll question?
Poll question. Which position group should the Dallas Cowboys pursue in the trade market? Running back, edge, defensive tackle, or all of the above? Most said edge, which is what I would have expected with the loss of Micah.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's been some speculations dealing with Las Vegas, as well as Cincinnati.
We will see.
Guys,
That was a
Max
bad
Crosby and Trey Hendrickson.
That was a bad loss
Yeah.
by the Bengals last night. But
Look, man,
I mean, they don't have the quarterback.
okay.
Bring them over.
Well, they don't have the quarterback.
So
Yeah,
Was that the only poll question?
yes.
Yeah.
All right. So, real quick,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cheat a little bit
Uh-oh.
because I'm going to ask a poll question, but I'm going to record it now. So I don't have to do it later for TikTok. and
Oh,
all the
you
other social
not?
media.
Well, you're not. No. Well, okay, that's you cheating, but that's fine.
Cheater.
Cheater. No, I'm joking.
All right. So this is gonna be a real easy.
You're making the
poll
clip. I'm not doing this.
question. Okay. All right. So this is the poll question this week for our social media for 14 Rings, the NFC's podcast. Should the Eagles trade AJ Brown?
Okay.
Yes or no?
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we'll have it up.
Are we answering?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
technically it's
that's the
a
question.
Giants poll question, but we can do an Eagles one too. That's fine.
No, switch it up. That's a good one.
Maurice, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Who steps up in this place?
Devontae Smith. You forgot about
And-
No, I'm saying having on both ends. I'm saying
He's talking about outside of
receiver one.
Devontae. He can't be just Devontae.
and two.
Is it going to be
Well, so we got
Jahan
Jahan
or is it going to be my
Dotson.
man Johnny Wilson? I hope it's Johnny Wilson.
It's probably
He's
gonna be Dotson.
injured. He's out for the season.
Oh, is he? Oh, shoot.
Wait, Wilson?
What?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, no.
I said that like before week one. He's out for the
You
season.
know
Well,
what? I missed it.
Yeah,
My
I
apologies.
missed it too.
Yeah.
But if you
All
It's
right.
just a poll question.
hey, look, if anything, maybe I don't think it's gonna happen, but you and buddy with Kellen, y'all switch receivers.
Olave? They got to give us something else, though.
Hey, I mean,
Olave's
if y'all
younger.
buddy. Hey, if y'all buddy and all, but
Olave in a second round pick.
I can't believe I just gave you that idea. Shame
on you.
But
Yep.
I'm,
All right.
yeah,
All right.
just-
Let's go to the trivia question. So, I've had a theme with each one of these trivia questions the last 3 weeks. Let's see if anybody can pick up on it. But first, the question.
Bring it on.
First question. Which 1970s Washington Redskins wide receiver that recorded 110 receptions, 115 72 yards, and 4 touchdowns, who had the nickname Lightning? Yes, Earl.
You'll eat what? What was about to say?
I'm a phone and buddy. Hold on.
He's going to get it too. Watch, he's going to get it. I'm going to be so mad too.
Wait, are you serious? Were you talking to my uncle about this? All right. All right. So, from my buddy, and shout out to my uncle. Last name is Bugs. I think it's Daniel Bugs.
I'll give it to you. It's Danny Bugs.
Dude, Danny and Daniel, same thing.
Yeah, it's Danny Bugs. I'll give you Daniel because it's in the subtext here. Yes, Daniel Bugs. What other NFC East team did he play for?
Wild. That's wild.
I think it was the Giants.
It was the Giants, yes.
Yeah, the Giants.
Yeah.
Have you figured out my theme for each one of these poll questions so far? These trivia questions.
Was it the stump me?
No. This is an extra theme underneath each one of these.
What? So next week is gonna be 60s?
No. That's not the theme. No, remember the first trivia question was about Tavon Austin. Last week it was about which Giants quarterback?
Jeff Hostetler.
Yeah, Jeff Hostetler. And then now it's about Danny Bugs.
Speed. So...
Not maybe.
You want to do the offensive positions?
Nah. You'll figure it out. You should
figure it out.
Because the next one that I'm thinking of, and that's as long as this player actually suited up for the Eagles, should be relatively.
Oh, they play for 2 different teams.
Nope.
In the division.
Nope.
You used to play quarterback?
No, I'll tell you guys after next week. All
right.
Because Earl's gonna be like, I hate you so much. That being said, let's go ahead and wrap things up.
Who's on the outro?
Earl, you want to do it? JT, do you want to do it this week?
I will happily.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Let me go ahead and go through here. If I fumble, I fumble. But I haven't fumbled yet. So, all right. If you like what you saw, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to our first 1,000. I really appreciate this group. It's been a lot of fun. We've been growing season 3. And if you like what you saw, subscribe. We're on our way to 1,000. And also, you can check us out on our individual episodes where we have our Football 101, Philly Cooking with Maurice, Weather Forecast, and my Barbershop Talk. And from there, you can see our upcoming preview matchups that we have. And you can check us out on our social and media page: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Apple Radio, Spotify, TikTok, and Threads. Thank you for tuning in. JT Wolf out. Blessings.
Peace.
Bye, y'all.
Deuces.